Burnouts. On this episode of the Burnout Basketball Podcast, we talk about why it's obvious that Ware is clearly the best player on the Heat, that Spoelstra has no idea what he's doing, and we should without a doubt trade Bam. I'm joking, of course. But it seems some Heat fans online really feel this way, and honestly, it's embarrassing. Ware did just have an incredible 3 games offensively, and we will give him his kudos for that. We definitely do a bunch of that on the pod. And Bam was pretty cold in those games. But 3 games is far from a large enough sample size to make any definitive conclusions about anyone. We'll also talk a little bit about Kasparas getting his first real NBA minutes and how we feel about that. Then we move on to some NBA Christmas gifts that we hope Santa brings to us, even if they arrive just a little bit late. And last but not least, we rank the teams the Heat fans hate most. Spoiler, Celtics are at the top. We also go through Tim Bontemps' MVP Straw Bowl and talk about how the league plans to fix tanking. If you made it this far into the intro, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, leave a 5-star rating and review. We'll get into all the fun stuff right after this. We've got a very special 1 day late podcast. We got a little Christmas special going on. And today we are joined by Hansel, Pupo, today. Thank you for joining us, Hansel, today. We are very happy to have you. There's been a lot going on, a lot to talk about, and because of that, we're not going to talk about it. No. And I mean that half jokingly. There was 3 games over this past weekend. The Heat played. Neither of us are currently on Heat rosters yet. The Heat played the Nets, they played the Celtics, and they played the Knicks. The Nets-Celts was a back-to-back, and then we played the New York Knicks. We went 1-2 on this road trip. On my last podcast, I kind of said that's what I expected and what I somewhat hoped for. I was just hoping we wouldn't go 0-3. We're still not climbing back from this back skid yet, but currently the Celtics and Knicks are 2 good teams in the East. Celtics being a surprise there, but they are what they are.
Also, tangent, we're part of the Heat.
That's true. That's not even a tangent. It's just the truth.
We are Heat fans. We are part of the Heat. We are the Heat.
It is interesting, and KD is a prime abuser of this. Whenever people in the media talk about the team that they root for as we, like we are this, we were happy, and then he'll be like, "Oh, who's we? You guys don't have a jersey." And like, I get what he's trying to do. He's just kind of being a troll on Twitter, but you know what we're doing.
I don't understand that hierarchy of people's like, we. Oh, I forgot you play for that team. I was like, yeah, but like I'm a fan. Like I like them.
I'm from here.
My life doesn't revolve around it, but like I'm a fan. Like I have like some emotional ties to it. Why can't I say we? Also, who are you to tell me what I cannot be?
Yeah, it's also like we are we because they are they and them.
Yeah.
Like I when I'm rooting for a team, I'm like we the Heat and they the Knicks.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. Yeah, that's a good point. I don't
fuck people that look down upon other people when they say we, like, oh, we, like talking about a sports team. Oh, we. It's like, oh no, if you don't play for them, no, fuck you. Like I can do whatever the fuck I want.
It's also like what in every sentence I have to say the Heat the Heat need to. My team that I root for, the Heat, should play. It's like, come on, man.
Oh, why are you so political? Like, then what do you want me to do?
Yeah, you're right. Actually, I didn't think we were going to start with this, but you're 100% right. Let me say we the Heat.
Yeah,
The tagline for Toronto Raptors for a long time was "We the North," play on Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
but that means all the fans were allowed to say "We the North" because we're a team.
Okay.
The team is a
fan base.
A fan base. Yeah, you only get to exist because fans enjoy what you do. If no one watched basketball, then you would not have professional basketball,
and you wouldn't be a millionaire talking shit upon us. So
yeah,
fuck you.
So we are the Heat. Yeah. That's no, you're right. But nonetheless, we, the Heat, we went 1-2 on this road trip, and the Celtics, who are actually surprisingly 18-11, they're 3rd in the East right now. They've been playing good. The Knicks are 20-8, who've been very much heating up, looking like one of the best teams in the East and, one of the better teams in the league. So as disappointing as it is to not fully get back to like a couple game win streak, I think it's somewhat understandable that the Heat, who are still suffering from injuries, aren't going to win 2 or 3 of these games on a road trip. Not too heartbroken about it when you look at it
It's
just
just
isolated.
yeah, it just sucks that you lose against the Knicks and the Celtics. That's
It's
the
always a bad time.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's the part that sucks. But if I would have lost against freaking Sacramento, Houston, and fucking Minnesota, I would have been too mad about it. But like it's two teams that I genuinely hate.
Yeah.
More one than the other one, but yeah, it's two teams I genuinely hate, so it hurts.
We also have to keep in mind, like, we're seeing Myron Gardner minutes in
Yeah,
some of these games.
no. I mean,
Yeah.
the fact that we still kind of competed, which the game I saw the most was the Celtics. I watched all 4 quarters of it. Like it's like we're still in the game. We're not gonna win, but like I guess we're still in the game.
Yeah, it's it was a good game.
Yeah,
We got to see some Kasparas Yakichonis minutes. Ware has been playing really well for
really
3 games
well.
in a row,
Yeah,
which we'll get into on a few different levels there. But nonetheless, like I can't be too upset. That Knicks game was also the most recent, was also very close, and it just kind of got away from us during certain stretches, like towards the end of the third and then towards the end of the fourth there was just a few stretches where the Knicks offense, I mean, really throughout the whole game, the Knicks offense was kind of firing on all cylinders. And the issue, and I said this when the Knicks played the Spurs in the Cup, I don't want to get into a fist fight with Jalen Brunson. You need to get a lead because if it's a
yeah.
clutch game, I'm gonna take Jalen Brunson off over a lot of players,
Mhm,
unfortunately. So
mhm.
that's kind of what happened. I know you said you didn't watch all of that game, and that's fine. There was also some crazy threes, which happens. Josh Hart hit a bailout three from half court with like a second left. It was a grenade, and he made it. Jalen Brunson hit this crazy three with like half a second left on the shot clock off of a crazy offensive rebound. Like and then in the Celtics game, Derek White had
Oh my God! Wow,
the game of his career, maybe.
the Heat Reaper, the Buffalo is, and
Yeah,
I can't hate on him too much because he's like so. We're not judging looks here. He's such an ugly guy, and but he's so good at basketball, and he just wrecks the Heat every single time, man. And he's good. I'm not gonna lie, he's good. He ended up where was it before the Celtics? He was
he was on the
in
Spurs, I believe. Yeah,
the Spurs, yeah. And he popped off in the Celtics. I can't hate on the dude that much. Like you
no,
know,
he's a good basketball player, man.
receding hairline boys, bald boys. You know, I share a lot of characteristics with him, but he's a baller against the Heat, bro, and he's a baller overall. So and he was tearing us apart. I think in the third and second and third quarter, maybe the fourth. But yeah,
Yeah, when
baller.
I have his I have the box score up right here, and he went. I'll tell you right now,
How much did he drop? Like 28 points.
he dropped 33 points.
Yeah,
He
there
went
you go.
9 of 14 from three. So
And
yeah,
crazy shots sometimes too.
some of them were crazy. Yeah, some of them were pretty crazy. We did a good job kind of containing everybody else.
We
Jalen Brown had his 30, but it was a normal 30.
yeah.
A lot of getting to the free throw line, powering through players.
But I expect
But
Jalen Brown to do that, so I'm not terribly like disappointed at
yeah.
that.
But in this game, like we have, 16 minutes from Myron Gardner. Kasparas played 35 minutes, and while I was happy to see Kasparas, and he was actually pretty good in that game, 17 points, 5 threes. Also, he missed all of his twos, so very
Yeah.
interesting. He went 5 of 8 from three, he missed all his twos. But playing decent defense, had some rebounds, had some assists. I was happy with that.
Yeah, he knows how to play basketball. I'm not gonna say at a great level, but he knows how to play basketball. I'll give him
He
that.
knows how to play. But he's a
Yeah.
rookie. That was his like first real like NBA game. He only played a little bit against the Nets, so
He was
uh,
hustling a shit ton. It's just
yeah,
you
good
know,
player. It
yeah.
was, but not, you don't necessarily expect to win when your rookie who you haven't played at all
Hmm.
plays 35 minutes in a
Hmm.
game. So can't be mad. I can't be mad at the situation. I do want to, move on from the sadness of it, of losing these games, and just take a moment to highlight Ware. Uh, Ware's been on a little 3 game streak here, which again, we only won one of these games, but he had 28 and 19 against the Knicks and went 5 of 7 from three. He went 24, 14 and 2 and went 6 of 7 from three against the Celtics. And then he went 22 and 12 against the Nets. So, putting up some numbers now that he's getting minutes again. I'm pretty happy about the Kryptonian. How are you feeling about Mr. Kalel Ware?
Uh, I mean, I'm glad. I wasn't too high on him. The game that I saw the most, like the Celtics game, like I said, balling out. Catch and shoot three galore. I'm not mad if that's going to be his 3 point game. It's
He's going to
nice.
come back down to earth a little bit. He's not going to be shooting
I I
80% from three.
no, definitely not. But like I hopefully
He,
some part of me says the bag develops, but this current bag that he has right now is an amazing asset for the Heat.
yeah, second year player. Still very
second year
young.
player, you want him to develop that dribble pull up and all that. But for the moment, catch and shoot threes from a big man, space the floor. I'm not mad at that.
Catch lobs.
Yeah, that's an amazing attribute.
Doing a good job on the boards too. Like, 19
Hmm.
rebounds, 14 rebounds, nothing to scoff at. 19 rebounds on the Knicks too, which
Yeah,
against, Mitchell Robinson was out there for a lot of that. Yeah, I do want to see a little bit more of him driving with confidence sometimes. He
yeah.
actually, from my memory, I think he had one in the Knicks game where he drove in on Cat and got a nice shot. So, yeah, I think he's just needing to develop a little bit more confidence there, and that brings me to using that word. There's been a lot of people on, man, I as much as I love us Heat fans, we Heat fans, some people just need to chill. It's kind of fitting that we are fans of the Heat because we fluctuate from hot and cold
Hmm.
on our opinions of players and people so quickly. There's been so many comments recently of people frankly shitting on Spo, saying that he's being too hard on Ware and what's Spo's problem. Because after Ware's big game, which he had a few of them, Spo said it's got to be a collective deal. I like the things he's doing. Everybody on the outside will notice the stats. He's doing winning things. He's improving. I want him to play with confidence. There's some tough, nuanced stuff when guarding Josh Hart, but Kalel is improving vastly. I don't feel like that's too harsh of a thing to say.
No.
He's referencing a play in the fourth that Josh had a pretty wide open cut because Kalel fell asleep on defense for a moment and put the Knicks up 4 at a pretty important part of the game. Like, I he's he's coaching them. I don't know. I everyone on Twitter seems to know better than Coach Spoelstra, apparently. I don't know if you feel that way too about yourself.
I think we all know where that sentiment comes from. That was kind of his knock getting drafted. Like, is he really focused on playing basketball?
Yeah.
I get where everything comes from, and I would hope that he does get his head in the game, like not fully commit to basketball, but like lock in and be that good player that that you can be, or a great player that you can be. I don't know what he's gonna be in the NBA, but I get it, and I don't think that's terrible to say. Like,
I
he's the
and
coach,
I,
and
it,
I'm
there
I'm not a coach.
That's also, yeah, exactly. None of us are coaches. We don't know the conversations they're having behind the scenes. Obviously, from other post game interviews we've seen of players and Spo, they're all telling this guy he has all the potential in the world.
Hmm.
They're just trying to make him lock in on the little things because I think what fans get attached to, the same way we might when you're looking at box scores, is what is he talking about? Ware had 28 points against the Knicks. Like, he was the only, this is the, quote unquote fan,
Yeah,
he was the only reason we were even in that game. And sure, he had a spectacular offensive game. He even had some good defensive possessions. But you're not going to commend a guy, at least not overly commend a guy, for hitting shots when he's open or
hmm,
for missing shots
yeah,
because that's not feedback. It's what's he going to go out there and say, yeah, Bam went 0 for 3 from 3 today. He really needs to hit those. That's not actionable criticism.
no,
Like, yeah, coach, for sure. Next time I'm out there, I'll actually hit the shot. Like, what you can do is tell someone, hey, your man, he cut and you weren't paying attention. You can pay more attention.
yeah, you can't,
That is
yeah.
something you can always do and always be more aware of. But yeah, he had an amazing game and he said it. He said he's vastly improving. How much more, like, do they just want Spo to go up there and just glaze him? Just full
Or talk
glaze him after a loss?
or complete talk shit. Like, no, he fucking sucks. It's like, no, like that's not how you handle things. Like,
He's coaching
yeah,
him hard, man. That's why
yeah.
he's maybe just trust Spo. Maybe just trust one of the best coaches that the NBA has ever seen, the coach of USA basketball, the
Hmm.
coach of players who have played way better than they were supposed to throughout their
I wonder if
careers.
people talk this much shit about Pop when he was still a coach.
Yeah, like if you were like to be a Spurs fan throughout like his
Yeah,
prime and be on the
yeah,
internet
like,
for it.
oh, this guy's a fucking complete cockhead. What the fuck? Look at the way he speaks about people. It's like, no, it's just that's a great coach. That's one of the best coach, if not the
He's
greatest.
yeah, like just maybe we don't know more than them.
I trust me, I trust Spo over fucking, I don't know, insert 1 year head coach here that doesn't know what the fuck you're saying. So
Yeah, it's at the end of the day too, we lost the game. And you'll see this from players and from coaches that when you lose the game, they don't care what their stat lines were.
no.
You see it all the time with high level players. Players will go off for 35
Yeah,
points.
yeah, exactly. But like, it doesn't matter. We still lost.
Yeah. So, sure, Ware got 28 points. He had an amazing game. We lost the game. So you're not going to go out there and talk about that. And again, you're not going to go out there and say that guys missed shots they should have made. That's not feedback. You
Yeah,
don't, there's no way to like fix that. If you make the wrong play, if you didn't pass to the right guy, if you were hesitant, those are things you can fix. But just make or miss, no, that shit happens, man. And that leads me to my next thing that Heat fans swear that they're sure of now, or some Heat fans. I don't want to put us all into the same basket, but um, it's just 100% certain that Ware is a better player right now than Bam Adebayo.
that's
Uh,
just not. It's that's just crazy. Like I
it-
don't understand how you can even think about that. Yes, is he probably a better? No, nothing. I was
Not
gonna say he's
yet,
better three. I think he's a better 3-point shooter. You know, overall, I would I would
probably.
yeah. But I mean, like, he can't. It's not a better scorer. He doesn't go drive in as good as Bam does.
He can't handle the ball the way
He
Bam
can't
does.
handle the ball like he does. He can't guard 1 through 5. He could. He's on a
He has the potential to guard 1 through 5. I
yeah. He
think.
has the
I
potential.
think.
Yeah, I think his lateral movement is kind of funky because he's a taller dude.
Yeah, yeah. It's
But
harder when you're 7-1.
yeah. But you know, it's just you just
It's
can't even
three good games, man. It's three good
you
games.
can't compare it, yeah, bro. Like it's just an irrelevant sports debate, I guess, barbershop debate. Like you just can't compare that, bro.
It's just silly. I hate that. Like I saw a tweet today saying Kalel Ware's ranking in stats since December 18th. Today's December 23rd.
Brother,
It's like,
that's why I hate stats because you can make anyone look
it's
good in
like since
stats,
December
bro.
18th. Like you mean three
Like,
games, and
y-
some teams have only played 1 or 2 games. So it was like Kalel Ware's top 10 in rebounds in those games. Like some teams haven't even played.
yeah, because
Like
your parameter is so freaking small, dude, and you could keep on shrinking it for as many times as you want. You could look any player could look good with stats, dude.
yeah,
That's why I'm not the biggest fan of stats.
I like stats when you look at a huge sample size.
Chunk, yeah,
Kalel
yeah,
Ware over this season. I want to see what his end of season stats.
yeah.
And then even then, sometimes you'll see it all the time. Not sometimes. You'll see it all the time with players. Sometimes a guy will have a season where he shoots 40% from three. But for the rest of his career, 35, 36, 35, 34. D- data is only useful in like large samples. If
Hmm.
not, you don't know if this is a blip. If Kalel spends the rest of the season scoring 20 plus points and 20 rebounds a game,
Yeah,
well
but
then
okay, yeah, he's a real
shit.
deal.
Yeah, then but and again, like he's showing all the flashes to be the real deal, but
Yeah, you need the consistency. I mean, you can show flaws as much as you want. You need consistency.
he's not yet. And again, and I'm the same guy, I've said it a million times. I hate single game plus minus stats, but like in this Knicks game, for as good as Kalel Ware was, he was a -6 in the game. Bam Adebayo was a -5. It's right there. But
Yeah.
the point being is Bam, who went 4 of 11 from the field, 0 of 3 from 3, was a -5, and Kalower, who had all these gaudy offensive stats, was a -6. So, you know, second worst, or yeah, tied for second worst minus on the team. -7 was a Davion Mitchell. Should we trade Davion Mitchell now because he had a bad game because he had 3 turnovers? It's shit happens, man. Norman Powell was a +3, one of the only players on our team who was actually the only player in that game who was a positive. It's Yeah, I look, I love Kalower. I'm very happy with his growth. I do see a ton of potential in him.
Hmm.
We'll talk a little bit more about that in a bit too. Uh, I am not upset at Spo for wanting to coach this guy. What do you think? Like iron sharpens iron, man. How do you think great players are made? It's not by not being coached.
Yeah, that's just ridiculous. And like I said, like, it comes from the sentiment of like this guy's head is on in basketball. He's very fluky. He's this and the fourth, all mental. But like you need to do like you need to get coached, dude. Like
You need to get coached. And defense is everything, man. Defense is effort. Defense is attention. If Kalower had that game and had some like game sealing blocks on Josh Hart on that cut, now we're talking about a whole
yeah.
different game. Now you're doing it on both ends of the floor, especially, and this is just the truth of the matter, especially when you're a center.
Hmm.
When you're a center on the court, you have to be a linchpin on defense. It's playing defense as a guard is important as well. Playing defense in general is important, but it's especially important when you're a 7-footer center with the reach that he has.
Yeah.
So I'm happy with it. I will say it was a bit funny because after the game, Mike Brown, the coach of the Knicks, had a bunch of comments about Ware glazing him. So it was like, oh, the Knicks coach is glazing Ware, and our own coach
Hmm.
can't say a nice thing about him. And it's like, oh, like, God damn it, man. Like, there's a reason why Spo is where he is, and there's a reason why we are where we are.
Yeah.
Just trust in Spo, trust that this is a slump for Bam. Last thing I'll say on the Bam thing too, I saw a bunch of, and we talked about this pre-pod, but a bunch of comments saying how like Bam maybe isn't good enough to be even a second or third best player on a championship team.
That's very stupid.
And it's like he already was the second best player on a team that went to the finals twice and that almost went to the finals a third time, if not for
Yeah.
a missed shot by Jimmy Butler against the Celtics. He's been there. And Jimmy Butler, for as great as he was when he was on the Heat, it's not like he was prime LeBron. He
Jimmy Jimmy
was
Butler
probably
also,
a little oversold as a 1A.
yeah. Jimmy Butler was never a Jimmy Butler was never
He
a
wasn't supposed to be.
yeah, he was never a first. He's not a good first option player. Sorry to break it to everyone.
So
And
with
I like Jimmy Butler.
yeah,
I'm not one of the people that hate on Jimmy Butler. I think the way that the things ended with the Heat was horrible.
it was.
Um, sucks to suck. It ended. Fuck it. Still appreciate him a lot. I don't know the guy personally. Don't give a fuck about him personally. But good Heat player. He was never a first option player. Bam isn't a first option player. They're both amazing second option players.
Yeah. We had two guys playing the second option and we made it to the finals twice, almost three times. And that was when Bam was younger. I would say that Bam is going to continue, as he's shown throughout the beginning of the season, minus this 3-game stretch, to continue to be better. There's no reason to assume he wouldn't be.
Mhm.
So, yeah, just false, not true, and whatever.
They're both Robins. There's two Robin players that we're talking about Jimmy, but they're
Yeah,
just two Robin players, and I think any reasonable Heat fan always thought like we just needed a first option for years, for many
for
years.
years. Yeah,
For
which is
years
true.
we that was our thing. I was like, if we got a first option player, if we got like a great player to be the first option, we could win the chip. And I think you have to be very stupid to not agree with that sentiment. And I
Yeah.
think a lot of people agree with that.
And that's and look, um and I saw some people saying how like Bam as the captain, I don't know why this matters and why this is getting drawn into the conversation now. Bam as the captain, since players are injured, needs to go out there and assert dominance. And it's I don't even think that has any correlation. The captain is just like the voice of the team. And
The captain thing is a little bit oversold.
yeah,
Like
like he's just the guy who leads the team. Not in scoring. He's never led the team. He was the captain
no,
when Jimmy Butler was on the team.
yeah,
Like he's the captain because he anchors the defense, because he communicates. He's the vocal leader. He's Heat culture fucking embodied. But I and then on the same vein, it's like they want Bam to go out there and score more, but then they don't want Bam to be the first option. I don't know. People are just it's silly.
yeah.
One last thing, and this is actually a cool nitty gritty stat by a Heat fan, a Heat media member, Cooper Moorhead. Looking at Bam's slump, his usage and true shooting percentage are both nearly identical to last season, but only 15.7% of his shots are coming within 0 to 3 feet of the basket. That's the first time in his whole career that he's been below 20% of his shots coming within 0 to 3 feet of the basket. His dunk rate has almost been cut in half too. He doesn't get that many downhill touches in his offense. Comparatively, 47.2% of Ware's shots are in the restricted area, and half of Bam's looks are self-created. Only 30% of Ware's looks are self-created. Ware takes the fewest average dribbles before shots among 148 players who have taken 200 plus shots. Ware's points are being created for him by our
Yeah.
team. Bam is having to, in this new offense, kind of learn on the fly how to find his own shot, which we've been wanting him to do and he's been doing to some extent, but it's a different offense and it's a different team. He's figuring it out. I think, yeah. And then he's cold right now. So just wanted to get that in. But talking about 1As, talking about Batmans, after seeing Ware, after seeing, Kasparas go out there and show a lot of effort, show some potential, way too soon to make any real judgments about him and, what he might be. His playmaking ability seems like it will be good when he gets more time. Um, I just want to keep circling back to the Giannis trade talks. And do we really think, and maybe do you, the question for you, do you think if we did trade, and it would have to be Ware and Kasparas and let's say Tyler Hero for Giannis, is that the right move for the Heat? Do you think that's the right move?
That's a
It's,
that's a
it's
great
tough.
question. That's a great question. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if that moves the needle to a championship.
I don't know either,
And I
unfortunately.
and I do know. Actually, I don't. I know the answer. I know. I don't think so because it'll be conflicting having Giannis as the team as it'll dismantle, quote unquote, right now, right? Who else would you get around these pieces?
I mean, the starting lineup would be Davion Mitchell, or rather Tyler Hero. No more Tyler.
No,
The starting
no.
lineup would be Davion Mitchell, Norman
Norman.
Powell, Andrew Wiggins, Bam Adebayo, Giannis Antetokounmpo,
And then you're
and then you'd have
six
Hawkes
to
still.
10. Uh-huh.
You'd have Pelle Larson still.
Okay.
Drew Smith still. Simone,
So
and
after 6 and 7, we kind of go down a hill.
starts going a little downhill. Simone's been very hit or miss since the beginning of the season. Um, Jovic is a big ass TBD what he will be when he comes back,
I forgot
because
about him. I forgot
he
about
had a
him.
couple good games at the beginning of the season, then he had a lot of really terrible games in a row, and then now he broke his arm. Should be back at some point though, but yeah, it's a lot of TBD past like 7,
If we
unless
could
you're
get
getting another complimentary player back with
Yeah,
Giannis too. But I don't know if you are.
if he could get something, I don't. I first of all, I don't think they even moved for that. Well, maybe if you throw in a couple of draft picks in
Yeah, you'd
there.
have to throw in 2 picks with it. It's, and Giannis would have to kind of be saying
I
that he wants
just
to go here.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I
Like,
don't know.
I'm not gonna like, and I'm not gonna talk out of both sides of my mouth. If they make that trade, I'm gonna root for it with all my
No,
heart.
I'm happy as fuck that they make that trade, but I don't know if we could win.
But I don't know. It's not a sure deal. That's for sure. It's
No,
not.
no, no. It's not like fucking if you throw in like, oh, Giannis and you get Curry too. It's like, oh shit, yeah, hell yeah. Like
Yeah, it's like
about the
maybe.
mortgage, but
I think it could, like, it could be. I think it's enough to get to the finals.
yeah.
I don't know if it's enough to win in the finals, and a lot of that depends on a lot of things. But
What other complementary piece? I think we kind of both agree that there's still another missing piece. What would you want to? What is that missing piece?
it's tough, man, because at that point you're starting to scrape the bottom of the barrel, and you're wondering who you're trading for the next piece. I think you're gonna need, at that situation, you're definitely gonna need a backup big, because you're gonna want to share Giannis and Bam on the court to some extent,
Hmm.
and Giannis doesn't like playing the center to begin with, and he's not best at it either. So you're gonna need some kind of backup big who can get decent minutes of, like a la an Al Horford of recent years, but not
Yeah.
him. Maybe like a Kristaps, if he can recover from Potts syndrome that he has. Like a backup big that's trustworthy, I think would help a lot. I think we have enough ball handlers in there. I think Hawkes being a ball handler off the bench has been a great role for him. Um, that's the biggest thing to me, honestly. Yeah, I think a backup big is nice, because in that lineup, Wiggins gets to play his true position of the 3, and Powell and Davion sharing the front court, I think, is fine. I mean, in the back court is fine. And,
I
but
kind of would
yeah,
like another big and some type of shooter, some type of
another, like, a trust, like Simone ideally is that shooter, but
yeah.
he's been super streaky. He's hot and cold to the most extreme extents. We don't really know what we're getting from him. Jovic, if he could be a reliable shooter, is that kind of player too.
I don't believe in him, but
Yeah, but I get what you mean. Yeah, like a nice backup wing and
mhm,
center
yeah,
that can space the floor a bit. You don't need them to take over the game, but
yeah.
that would be, yeah. But that's the thing. Like, the fact that we're talking about this, like, you're cutting it close making that trade and with that roster, and that's what I'm like. Should we just embrace this young timeline, like this younger, like, see what we can get with Ware, see what we can get with Kasparas?
Look,
I don't know if we're winning a chip right now.
look. No, you don't. You don't wait for them. I
You
think you
don't
sell. I think you have to sell. I
sell
think
high and
we've been in this position so many times before, and there's been the backlash after where, boy, why didn't we cash out on X, Y, and Z? Why didn't we do this? Why didn't we do that? Now they suck, and now we're letting go for free.
that's true. That's
When we
true.
could have
That's
cashed
actually a
out
good
on
point.
them, and it always happens. As Heat fans, always happens. We blow up a player, not blow up, but like we overvalue a player, and the league knows, like they're like, oh shit, like this guy's not bad, and we don't cash out.
But right now the
And
league is actually high on Ware. So it's like the perfect time where it's like
yeah, that's what
they
I'm
don't
saying.
think
Like
he's a heat system thing. They think he's just really, really good.
yeah, that's and we've been in this position so many times before. I think we need to finally pull the trigger. Hopefully,
You know,
see if Pat does something. But Yeah, I
You know
think
why
it's
I somewhat
time.
agree? You know why I somewhat lean towards it, even though it hurts my heart, is because at the end of the day, the Heat aren't an organization that's ever going to blow it up.
Hmm.
Um, so it's if we're taking one or two paths, right? It's trade for Giannis or just kind of rebuild around young players. We're never going to be bad enough to get good picks in the
Yeah,
draft. So just go all in and see it for a couple more years. And then by no choice, we'll have to just be young.
yeah,
Because if this doesn't work, then it's done. Then Bam is going to be 32 by the time this whole idea stops. Norm's going to be 35. It's, everyone's already aged out. The trade, everything
yeah,
happened. All our assets are gone. Then we rebuild. But
yeah.
yeah, I guess because realistically, like Norm doesn't fit a young timeline.
No,
And all signs are pointing to us loving him, unless he wants to take a cheap deal for the Heat. That would be super cool. But
yeah.
all these guys want to get paid. Uh, yeah, man. I mean, it would be wonderful. It would be cool to see Giannis in a Heat jersey, and
I think you have to do it. I'm not gonna lie. You just have to do it. You
if
have
that's
to.
the trade, if it's Rozier's salary, he doesn't really exist, but Rozier's salary, Hero, Ware, Kasparas, and two picks for Giannis. Yeah, man. I guess you do that trade, and you
You have
don't
to.
regret it, and you see what happens
And if
because we can make it to the finals, and for all you know, you don't want to pray for injuries, you don't want to hope for injuries, but you really never know what's going to happen.
yeah,
You can get to the finals and OKC, Jalen, look at last year. I mean, Jalen Williams had a broken hand and the Pacers took him to 7. You never know what's going to happen, who
I
you
was about
play
to say such
against.
a bad joke, but yeah, you don't know
Yeah.
what you don't know what could happen.
Yeah. You could be playing against an injured guy and
Yeah.
it works out pretty nicely. We'll take a break right here and then we'll jump into a few more topics. All right. We're back. We are 2 days away from my favorite holiday, from Christmas. And we're going to just be doing a little bit of Christmas stuff. And in typical Christmas fashion, sometimes you really want a Christmas gift. Sometimes you're planning on giving a Christmas gift, but you're a little late on ordering it, or they're a little late on ordering it. So it doesn't come in until after Christmas. And that's
Mm.
fine because we're not picky about the date. It's fine. We can have it later. So we're going to choose some Christmas gifts that we hope got lost in the mail that we hope we're going to receive it just a little bit later. I'll kick us off. The Christmas gift that I'm hoping will come to me that got lost in the mail, that's making its way back. Amazon, had some funky stuff going on the deliveries. I hope Santa brings back Bam's 3-point shot. We were seeing it for like a good 20 game stretch, pretty
Hmm.
much, of him kind of hitting it at a decent clip. And he's been kind of cold. He's been kind of cold. I'm hoping he can get that back. He can be a 35% shooter for us, space the floor from 3. I'll be happy with that. That's
Yeah,
my first Christmas gift that I'm hoping for.
that's a good Christmas gift. I mean, I think just Bam has a weird shot to begin with, and I hope he kind of didn't go back to his weirder shot before, and
Yeah.
his mechanics look kind of weirder than when he was shooting at a great clip. And
He looks
shooting
like
is a
there's
lot
a
of
little bit of doubt in it.
yeah, yeah. That's I've been seeing that, and I'm like, oof, that's never good because you always want to see the same shot. You always want to see like even if you have a funky mechanic, you still want to see that, but like there's like some type of doubt behind this gloomy shots that he's been taking recently, and they
Yeah.
don't look good. The thing is, they don't look good. They're
No.
not looking good.
So
But yeah,
hopefully there's just a little kink going on right now and
yeah.
he can fix it, get it back. What's your first wish for Santa to bring you this Christmas?
Um, Miami makes a move.
Yeah.
I want to see what happens. I want to see, hey, do we stick with Tyler? Do we call Bam? What do we do? Finally, make a decision on what do we do with these assets that we currently have, our hot assets that we currently have, and speak clearly. Like, hey, look, this is our team going forward. This is what we're doing.
So
And
would you be mad if
that's never gonna be the case because they'll never tell you honestly like that unless
no,
like
not
unless like
typically.
Giannis is like, hey, like look, I'm staying in Giannis. I'm staying in Milwaukee and I'm winning this shit. And they come out saying, yeah, we never wanted him. We like our team. We're moving forward with the team. That's never gonna be the case. But yeah, I just want to see Miami make a move, man.
Would
Give
you
it to
be
me.
mad if the monkey paw curls and the move they make is to go young? They're like, "Hey, this team isn't going to win a championship. We're building for the next 5 years, not for this year."
All right, so what would you do in that situation then if you just
They
trade for
trade
picks?
Norman Powell. They
Uh-huh.
trade Tyler Hero. Maybe trade Tyler Hero, but trade Norman Powell, trade Davion,
For
uh,
for salaries and picks?
for picks or young prospects. Maybe young players, salaries, and picks. Try to go young.
So it's gonna be Bam and a bunch of 20-year-olds.
Pretty much, if they wanted to go young, they would trade everything and keep Bam and a bunch of 20-year-olds. Bam is still 28. I think he just
28.
turned 28. Yeah.
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 Oof, this is
So
tough.
I mean, look, I'm not fully against it. It sucks to like to
Think
push
about it.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a lot of good players coming up. We do have our pick in this year's draft. If they decided to pull the plug halfway through the season and say like we're gonna probably get a top 4 pick or hope for that, I'm whatever. It sucks, but
Yeah.
there's
No, I agree with you.
a lot of
That's
these
a
recent drafts have been fun. But I get what you mean. Just kind of pick a direction, not
yeah.
shift
Pick a
between
direction.
both.
Yeah, pick a direction already, and I guess just being more like honest. Not honest, but like just pick a direction. I think is the best. You put it best. Just pick a direction. Cash out when you still have stock, and let's just do it. I'm not mad if they go young. I wouldn't be mad. Or I wouldn't be mad if they tank. I wouldn't be mad if they get Giannis. I just want to know where we're going.
I agree with that. My my
Uncertainty is a very big issue for me.
yeah, I feel that on all levels. The big thing, another one for me that I hope Santa brings. I hope Santa brings Ware a permanent starter spot. Look, we have the guy on the team. We've seen what he can do. Last year his minutes with Bam are better than they were this year. They can be better. I think this super small ball thing is just not working against the majority of the teams that we face against in the
Yeah.
league. Bring Davion off the bench, man. Um, when Tyler Hero's back, Tyler, Norm, Wiggins at his actual spot at the 3, Bam and Ware. Figure out how to make that lineup work. Give it time to gel. That's what I hope for. Because
Hmm.
I love Davion Mitchell. I think he's been spectacular for us. I think putting him on the bench is fine. He's still going to get 26 minutes, 25 minutes a game. But I think we need to figure out how to make that lineup work and
Yeah.
for it to be better than this small ball thing.
There's also more firing power with that lineup than there's with Davion Mitchell, to be honest.
Yeah, because it's like Davion Mitchell can hit shots, he hits his spot, but a lot of the defense isn't really. They're not giving him the most respect.
Hmm.
And yeah, I just think we have more weapons on the floor with that lineup, and then the Davion, Norm, and Tyler, all 3 of them on the court together.
That's too small.
That's just too small, man. It's too small. It's
Yeah.
abusable. It's so that's my hope. That's my one of my next hope.
That's good. That's good. I'm gonna go with this one is not NBA skill related, but more culturally related.
Okay.
Curry,
Yeah.
as of late, split with Under Armour. So he's been rocking a bunch of crazy different shoes, and he told him, "Hey, someone needs to bring the bag." And he's been going on a good PR run of rocking Pumas, Adidas, Nike,
It's been
uh,
cool.
a bunch of shoes, like a bunch of old school shoes that are horrible to play basketball in, but still doing it. Rocking Devin Booker shoes, rocking Air Jordan 1s, horrible to play basketball in, but the PR run that he's going is kind of insane. And this is kind of like a two-parter. I want to see where he goes, and I want to see him to go to Adidas because that would be a fun place to go. I'm kind of over Nike and their shoe models and their lack of innovation and just bringing out cool good basketball shoes, but I want them to like bring out good or better basketball shoes. But him going to Adidas would be funky and very nice to see.
I like that. That would be cool. Yeah, I mean he's got to settle down somewhere, right? He it needs to
Yeah,
happen.
yeah,
So
and especially to see like what type of contract they give him. Does anyone make a player exclusive, like an actual model for Curry, knowing that he's like 35, 36, I think, 34, 34, I
yeah,
think.
I mean, yeah, he doesn't have that many years left in his career, but
But it's still Curry, like just to see how that atmosphere, that sphere changes, and does he get a lifetime contract like LeBron? Things like that. Nike was at the borderline, what was at the border of what borderline almost about to sign him back then. I think they forgot his name or some bullshit like that, and they didn't
they
sign
did.
him.
They messed it
Yeah,
up on a slide. Yeah.
and yeah, to see that come back full circle and to see who cops him, how much they cop him for, that'll be nice. And Under Armour, for what it's worth, was pretty ugly. I owned like 2 of their shoes, but after that,
They
they just went to they were not a good shoes. So yeah, just want to see what happens with that.
Yeah, I think Curry to Adidas would be really cool. It would be it'd be fun for them, fun for him.
Yeah,
He deserves I talked about this a while ago too when he first played with Under Armour, but he just deserves more hype around his sneakers.
yeah.
He's Stephen Curry, man. Like nobody's rocking his Under Armours and
No, no, no.
everybody should be rocking Steph Curry's.
I bought the 3rd and 4th pair, and the 4th pair was horrible. So only the 3rd pair was an amazing shoe to play basketball in. But like you said, like it's just no one's gonna buy Under Armour. Like he was there because he was there already. Like I'm pretty sure he didn't want to be with Under Armour, and I'm pretty sure he's like, would try to do the best with his shoe with his brand, but it was inevitable. Like it's not gonna be a good shoe.
Yeah, look at how people are rocking Caitlin Clark's and Sabrina's shoes.
Hmm.
They, there's more people wearing those right now probably than wearing Stephen Curry's shoes,
Yeah,
and that's not to degrade them at all, but like we're talking about Stephen Curry here, and it's just not acceptable that
yeah.
they weren't able to put out a good product for him. Yeah, that's good. This one I've gone over this a million times, but this is my different way to bring it up. I want Santa to give the Heat their pick back from the Rozier trade. Adam Silver clearly is not planning on doing it. So Santa, it's time for you to step in. We have not been naughty. The league has been naughty. We've been nice. We haven't sued. We haven't been making a big fuss about
Yeah.
it. Just give us our pick back for Christmas. I would love that, Santa. Thank you.
Is Scary Terry toast?
Yes, Scary Terry is super toast.
Yeah, the things that are coming out about that case. Oh, I read the other day that his boy, don't quote me. I think his boy that put the pics on him, he hired a counsel for him, and now
Ye-
like there's
ye-
something wrong with that,
He's paying for the legal fees for that person. Yeah.
and like he can't because he's involved in the same case or some
Oh, that's
bullshit like
interesting.
that.
I didn't read that part. Maybe.
Yeah, it was something like something is quote unquote illegal about this whole hiring for his friend, or I think it's people think it's sketchy or something like that. I'm not sure
I
if it's
mean, it
illegal or
is
not.
nonetheless, but
Yeah, but I mean honestly, if me and my boy get caught, my boy's a multi-millionaire and I'm not a multi-millionaire. At least the least he could do. Oh, now I know what it is. Going back on it, supposedly he wants his boy to take the fault or something like that. But if you say you did nothing bad, why do you want your boy to take the fault? It's something across those lines.
yeah,
So yeah, that thing that was a sketchy part about it.
that is that is pretty bad. Yeah, suggesting that Rozier's defense strategy at trial will inculpate Laster.
Yeah, that's what it
Inculpate,
was.
which is not a word I am used to using.
No, me neither.
Uh,
I'll shake my head like if I know what it means, but
to
no.
to to incriminate someone. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that Terry Rozier's defense strategy would probably inculpate him. Yeah, that's interesting. Um,
Give us our pick back, bro. Like
just
we
give
didn't
us
know
a
this
pick.
guy was a degenerate gambler.
No, and they did know, so not fair.
Yeah, yeah, you fuckers knew. Like you guys knew that he was making doing this, and you didn't say shit. Fuck you guys.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's just there. He's still getting us. He is still, that's the craziest thing when you're talking about this Heat team and like where we are and like how we might win and all these things. $26 million of our salary, which is a large
That's a
salary
shit ton of
slot,
money.
is going to Terry Rozier right now. That, like, I'm going to look up NBA contracts real quick. We're going to just do this. We're going to do this live. Just look up other people who are in that same realm of contract. Not that it's like it doesn't work out perfectly where you could just sign somebody for that
Yeah,
money
for
right now.
26, I would say I think Paul Pierce,
Nick
Paul George is like a 27 or something like bullshit like
Nicholas
that.
Claxton, Cameron Johnson are right there. Mikal Bridges is making around the same amount of money. Kevin Durant is making oh no, Kevin Durant's on a 2-year deal. But nonetheless, yeah, Cameron Johnson, Nick Claxton, similar. Anthony Simons, similar. Draymond Green, similar. Josh Giddey, pretty similar. Dyson Daniels on the Hawks, fairly similar.
All players that play basketball are not involved in federal crimes and are
Shaden Sharp,
above
pretty
average.
similar. Patrick Williams, even freaking Kyle Kuzma, pretty similar in salary there. Like, you know who else is pretty similar? Norman Powell. Also, like, imagine just another Norman Powell instead of us playing that money. Aaron Gordon making less money than that, than Terry Rozier right now. That's a huge chunk of our salary going to a guy who can't play NBA basketball. And because of that, in these games when we have injuries, we're playing Myron Gardner. Myron Gardner and no offense to Kashad Johnson because he's had a couple good minutes for us here
Hmm.
and there, but like you're not an NBA ready player yet.
No.
Kashad Johnson, Vladislav Goldin is taking a spot on our roster right now who can't even see the floor. That's it's just insane. It's insane. It's unfair and it's ridiculous. Give us the pick back and whatever, man. Fucking crazy. All right, what's your last Christmas wish? What's your last?
All right. This is gonna sound really weird, but it's not though. Give me an American MVP, even if it comes from the cost that coming from a potential Knicks player,
Yeah.
that
I
being
mean,
Jalen Brunson.
so the reason you're saying that is because he is one of the most likely. If there was an American MVP
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now,
At the moment, if the world burned and died, I guess, and we had to pick 5 best players MVP worthy, it's Jalen Brunson obviously in there.
I don't think it's weird to say, man. Look, we need there's not enough pro America propaganda going on right now in the NBA specifically. And
I'm gonna divert from this because
look, look, the
the world's in a
NBA
weird
was
place. But the NBA, hey, look, we saw LeBron and Curry, KD,
it would
Harden,
be cool.
Westbrook.
It would be cool. Look, man, it would be cool. I think it's fine to say the same way. This is also I love when he does this. Jacoby, whenever he's on the mismatch, or he
Mhm.
is the host of the mismatch.
Yeah.
He always talks about how he naturally roots for white American players because he's a white American guy and he likes guys who look like him, and there's not a lot of them. And look, it would be really cool to see another American MVP. Anthony Edwards is another guy who can maybe
Yeah,
get on
yeah.
this list.
Mhm.
Cade Cunningham obviously is another guy who has potential on this list right now. Yeah,
He's
and
he's he's kind of whack though, so I don't know if I want
Cade.
him to. He's a no. I think he's a whack personality. Personality-wise, I think he's pretty whack.
Oh, I disagree completely. I don't think he's
He,
as fun as Anthony Edwards, but I actually love Cade.
I think Anthony Edwards is he's a he's a cool
No,
guy. He's a chill
Anthony
dude.
Edwards is super cool, but I like Cade because he's like a stoic. Like I just like
Yeah,
how
he
chill
is.
he
Yeah,
is.
yeah, he is. He is. He's very stoic.
He
He's
seems
very
super
stoic.
chill. Did you watch
Yeah.
his interview with Kevin Durant? Like Katie interviewed him.
I'm not sure. I know I watched an interview from Cade. Not like I saw clips of it, but I'm not sure if it was a KD interview though.
Katie did like a 20-minute sit down with him, which I guess Katie is like interviewing people now. Oh, that's actually
Mhm.
kind of cool.
Mhm.
I know it made me like him more. He just seems like a
Yeah.
chill dude. He's not Ant. He's never going to be as marketable as Ant. Like that's not the type of thing, but he's
Mhm.
a chill dude, seems like a nice guy. And I also think it'd be a cool story coming from like being on the Detroit Pistons team that lost 28 games in a row to winning an MVP a couple years later. Like that would be sick. Uh and I'd
What do
rather that
we,
happen over Jalen Brunson because I hate the New York Knicks.
where
So
do we put Detroit in the teams that we hate the most in the East? Obviously, Boston one.
Boston number
So like
one.
in the tier levels, right?
Oh, so we're doing a hate rankings for the Heat.
Yeah, yeah. Like what Eastern teams do you just not like?
Okay, so sticking to Eastern, because I was about to say if
Yeah,
we include
just
Western, then
East. No,
usually
no, no, no,
Dallas
no, no.
sneaks in there.
Yeah,
But
no, no, no. Just
Eastern
Eastern.
teams,
We're going by tier. We don't have to put a category to them. So top tier,
Celtics.
Boston. Boston, yeah.
Are they by themselves at this point? I think they kind of have to be.
I maybe that's really good, very good
Because I know
analyzation
historically,
on that.
like guys talk about the Knicks from like, the 90s rivalries and
Because
stuff.
I don't know if I want to put the Knicks in that same tier. We haven't seen great Knicks teams. Well, we have, but like it's not like we hated
We
those
haven't had
great
those.
Knicks teams.
I would
Yeah.
put Boston at the S tier. Like I
Okay. S
hate those
tier. Boom.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Pyramid.
if it were up to me, the Boston Tea Party would have failed
Yeah.
and that city would still be part of the United Kingdom. And the rest
Yeah.
of the United
True.
States would have been built around it.
Like a little pinnacle. Like hey, like you guys are here, but like you guys aren't really here. Like
Yeah,
you're
like
not
it's
with
like
us.
almost like a giant embassy for the United
Yeah.
Kingdom would just be in
Uh.
Boston. That's what
Yeah.
my ideal dream scenario is.
And we
So
can
yeah,
close them off too.
yeah, but we'll
We don't
build
have
a
to see
wall
them.
around Boston.
All right. All right.
And then all right. So Boston S tier,
Uh.
A tier, the Knicks. The
Knicks.
Knicks are in there. And Philly?
Philly.
Yeah. I
Philly
think
has to be
equal amount of
Philly.
hatred for them.
Yeah, Philly. And then we're going to B tier, which is just like,
I don't
ooh,
like them, but I don't
I got my B tier. Go ahead.
I was gonna say Pacers.
I got Magics.
Ooh.
I never liked the Magics.
No, that's a good point. That's a
I think
damn, I'm surprised they're not higher.
opening game versus them when they sucked was very boring. And when we played the most boring basketball of the 21st century,
Yeah.
that game where I just want to blow my head off, smooth off. They have fun players now. I'll give them that, but I don't like the Magic, and I don't hate them. I just think they're just whack and just not good to look at.
No, they're definitely damn. Are they eight? They're B tier because they haven't
They
been
have
good
to be B
enough.
tier. They have to be B tier.
Yeah, B tier.
Pacers, yeah, Pacers, yeah,
For
especially
those
that
LeBron
rivalry that we had.
years.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
rivalry we had with them. I forgot about that.
and then the next one that it maybe fits in here, but I don't feel this way. Not I was gonna say the Bucks because we had a few years of playing against them, like even recently. But I've never like felt.
Yeah, I never really hated them because I was a big Giannis fan, so I
I
never
was a
really
big
hated the
Giannis
Bucks.
fan. Yeah, and then back then, like they weren't We played against them, but they weren't that good.
And I think everything just falls off a cliff after this because we have like the Raptors,
I don't have any
Canadians.
hatred towards the
No,
Raptors.
not
The
at all.
Charlotte Hornets, I mean, we had the purple shirt game with Dwayne Wade, but I don't care about.
Oof, yeah,
Actually, but right now I don't like the Hornets because of the Terry Rozier thing.
true,
So
factual, yeah,
they're
factual.
definitely in the C tier right now. But I don't like
Oh,
you
we could
guys.
put them at C tier. That's fine. I don't
Yeah.
really like the Charlotte Stadium to begin with. I think the
N-
court's fucking disgusting.
No.
Um,
Do we care about the Hawks?
that's the one that's very tricky because
I don't.
Atlanta kind of cool,
They are kind of cool.
culture wise, very cool. Trey Young, pretty decent guy. Not that
I
much
don't.
beef with them.
I don't hate the Hawks.
No,
I don't.
I wouldn't hate the Hawks. I don't
And
hate
then
The Nets either. To be honest, don't really hate them.
Cavaliers,
Oof, D tier, D tier, D
D
tier.
tier. Yeah.
Yeah, because LeBron does eventually leave us to go to the Cavs again.
That's true.
So
And
kind
Dwayne
of
Wade
D
even goes to the Cavs.
and Dwayne Wade, and he eventually comes back to us after we almost have to get on all fours and slurp him up to get Dwayne
That
Wade
is
again.
true. That is true.
So Cavs D tier. Cavs, there's a little bit of hate, just a tiny bit of
A,
hate,
a tiny bit,
tiny
and
bit of hate.
they took Donovan Mitchell from us.
Yes.
Yeah. And then after that, I mean, really, like, I don't care about the Wizards.
No.
I don't care about the Nets, like you said, and the Hornets. Oh, Bulls. Do we care?
Ooh, Bulls.
That's do Bulls go into a D or C tier?
I think low C tier. Low C
Like
tier.
it's low C tier, right?
Yeah,
Bulls
because of that rivalry that we had with them when LeBron was here.
when LeBron
But
was there.
I can't say that like I
I don't
hate
hate them. Yeah, I just
Also,
don't.
the quote unquote the best player of all time played for them. You kind of owe some homage to them. Like
We
they have this they have a cool history behind them. So like you really I can't fully say, oh, I hate them.
Yeah, I don't catch myself like getting into an argument with a Bulls fan.
No,
Whereas
no.
like I definitely will with the 76ers, Celtics, Knicks fans. And
Mhm.
then Pistons aren't even on the list really. I don't have any hatred for Pistons. They were terrible for so long.
2006 Eastern Conference Finals. That was just 1 year.
No, I'm okay.
Uh, and they're kind of cool. Detroit Bad Boys.
Yeah, I'm like they were cool also.
That Chauncey Billups, Rip, Tayshaun, Wallace. Not both Wallaces were there, but you know that team was kind of cool, very gritty. So
Yeah, I like the Pistons actually. Like
yeah,
I think they're kind of cool.
yeah, they're kind of cool. Cool as cool history behind them. So
They
yeah,
actually might have some of the coolest branding in the East, if I'm being real with you.
yeah.
Like
And their retro
yeah, just
jerseys are stupid hard.
the Detroit Motor City thing. I also like that it plays into Motorcade that they've been doing
Yeah,
now. No, I think the Pistons are kind of cool. I'm a fan.
yeah.
I'm
No,
a
we'll leave them. Yeah, we won't have to
yeah
even add them to the pyramid. That's
yeah. So
it's good though, but definitely as Celtics, get them out of there.
Celtics S hate them for life.
And then Knicks and Philly, who we putting 2 and 3? I would say
That's
Knicks
tough because like I want to say Knicks, but more recently I remember some of those playoff
yeah,
series against Philly.
again.
I think it's Knicks. I think it has to go
It has
Knicks,
to be
right?
Knicks because I just think New
I also
York
kind of like
fans.
feel bad for Embiid at this point in my
Yeah,
life. So like there's a little bit of like sadness there.
I was about to shit on just New York fans in general, but I really don't want to start a
The
hate.
only thing I like about New York is Timothy Chalamet.
Hands up. We got
That's
hey, we got the coolest white boy. Well, they got the coolest white boy ever.
that I
That guy,
can't really
that guy's cool as fuck.
yeah, I can't argue with that. He's really cool.
Once you think he's done, he just comes back at it again
Yeah, he just
and again. The Marty Supreme PR thing is annoying. I do agree that I think that's annoying. But
but
the
it's
things he
also
does in the PR run are so fucking cool. Like,
it's really yeah, like for all of this for a ping pong movie is wild, but like he was standing on top of the sphere. He stood on top of the NBA sphere.
brother, you could talk about college football. He knows everything. I don't know if it's true or not, but
No, but he knows a bunch. He
he
got
knows
on a song with
everything.
SD Kid, the guy who people thought that he looked
That
like.
yeah,
Yeah, and then he ended up revealing it by him getting on a song with him. Like it's just he's just cool, man.
he fucking oozes cool things that I envy, and he's
I
my
want
age.
and I keep seeing people like try to pin him as a poser, but then he proves them wrong again and
No, but
again.
bro, fuck, when were they talk? It was like some obscure niche topic, and he just comes. He's like, "Oh, they're talking about wrestling," and I'm a huge wrestling, like I was a huge wrestling fan. I like old school
And he
wrestlers and all
knows.
that. And he's like, "Yeah, I remember Sabu," and I'm like, "How the fuck do you know about Sabu?" Sabu was like an extreme high flyer from like a third party company, and I'm like, this motherfucker just knows ball, and it's
He, people try to say he's a poser for going to Knicks games now, but then there's pictures of him as like a little kid, like showing
getting
up to like the meet and
yeah,
greet thing.
yeah, it's like
No, man,
He's
it's not.
rocking Chrome Hearts, like he's rocking Babes from 2006. It's like, how, dude? You know, you're
Your last name's Chalamet.
yeah, man. Like,
No,
but
man,
no, but hey, they got him. They got him. Hey, that's the coolest guy of 2026, and it's not even close. It's not even
not even.
debatable. That
I mean,
the
Anthony
race is.
Edwards gave him the coldest white boy of the year, and for his first ever cold white boy
Hey,
of the year award.
honestly, fuck around a decade. This guy is too cool.
Yeah, it's too cool, and he's got the baddest chick in the game.
You really,
I mean,
I
I'm
don't.
half joking, but I mean, like he got
No, no.
Kylie.
I
Yeah,
mean,
like
he's for
his girl's a
being real or
billionaire.
not, but yeah, his girlfriend, the billionaire, very good looking.
Yeah,
But
he's
hands up,
cool.
man. Hands up. Hey,
Hands up, Timothy.
hands up.
New York, you got one. That's
You
all
got
I'm giving
one.
you
You
guys.
got you got one. You got one. You got
But
one.
yeah, so I go. It's S tier, S tier Celtics, then New York, then Philly in the A tier, and then in the B tier, like we said, it was um we had Magic in the B tier, correct?
Yeah, Magic in the B tier.
Yeah, Magic with Pacers in the B tier,
Mm.
and then after that, it really starts falling off. We had Orlando
Yeah,
in the C
if
tier.
falls off of that, it's like like you're looking for like smaller things to like
We
hate
could
on
probably
teams.
squeeze Orlando into the B tier if we really want to, and then
We, I, I honestly could. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the fact it's like they're mm, kind of became good, but I don't
we'll,
like Orlando. I
we'll
actually
squeeze them
kind
into
of
the
hate.
B tier. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of hate Orlando to be honest. Like
So
I
so
don't.
B tier, and then C tier after that. I mean, it's really like Bulls and Hornets
Yeah.
and like Bucks, I guess. But like, I don't really care that
Hmm.
much about any of those guys. And then after that, like, I don't care at all.
Yeah.
I don't. I don't have any hatred towards the Hawks. I don't have hatred towards the Pacers or towards the Wizards or Nets. Yeah, we're good with that. Well, I'm happy. That was a good impromptu segment there. I like that.
No, no, you're very much welcome.
The Heat hate rankings. um, okay. Last but or not last but not least. Sorry. Um, I was gonna get to when we were talking about American MVPs and Kate Cunningham's like potential here and Jalen Brunson's as well. Tim Bontemps recently did his first of his 3 straw polls he does throughout the year. If you're not familiar with the Tim Bontemps straw poll, he's really good. He goes around and asks people from different markets, like different local markets, including even like European fan bases and stuff, to get who they would vote for their MVP ballot on the top 5. Um, he does this to make sure he's not just like asking only like national media members. And for the past 6 years, the person who on his straw poll came out as the MVP candidate in the last version of it, the 3rd round of it every year, has been the MVP. So it's usually pretty accurate.
Mm.
Um, this is the first of 3, so it's early on in the season. A lot of unsurprising stuff at the top. Shai Gilgeous is in first place with 57 first place votes. Nikola Jokic is in second place with 42 second place votes. Both of them, 57 and 41 in terms of first and second place. Nikola Jokic 42 and 57 in terms of first and second place. I think that's pretty much consensus. To put that in perspective, one person had Nikola Jokic 4th, which is insane. And then one person had Shea 3rd and one person had Shea 4th. Also somewhat insane. I don't know how you
Mm.
don't have those 2 people at the top of your list. And then we'll see right here. 3rd, consensus right now, Luka Doncic got 1 first place vote and 1 second place vote. He got 74 third place votes, then some 4th, some 5th. I think so far this makes sense, right? Like nothing surprising
Mm.
here.
Mm-mm.
It is surprising not to see Giannis high up on this list, but the injury I think matters
Yeah.
is coming into this. Then 4th, which is the very cool, interesting one, Cade Cunningham. No first place votes, had 1 second place votes, which is a tad high for my liking. But he had 17 third place votes and 53 4th place votes. So he's like the consensus 4th place guy by far.
Yeah.
Drops off a little bit of a cliff there. And in 5th place, it's Jalen Brunson, who got 5 third place votes, 42 5th place votes. So, he's on the list. And then after that, really so total votes for Jalen Brunson was 106. For comparison, total votes that Shai Gilgeous got 865. When you get to the next players on this list, Giannis got 32 votes. Someone
Yeah, it
had
just
him.
becomes a clusterfuck after that, to be honest.
Yeah, Tyrese Maxey got 25 votes. Tyrese Maxey's been playing great. I wouldn't have him on my MVP ballot. Wemby got 18 votes. Interesting. Jaylen Brown got 15 votes, which, I mean, they're 3rd in the East right now, but I think you'd have to be a little crazy to put him. I mean, the most he got was 4th place, so it's not like you're going that crazy. And then after that, yeah, it's really the ones that are kind of sad to see is that Anthony Edwards only got 5 votes, 2 5th place votes and 1 4th place vote. He hasn't performed well enough to really be deserving an MVP this year, but I thought he would be closer to the top 5 going into this year, to be honest with you.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. And then the last but not least in here, Steph Curry got 1 5th place vote. Alperen Şengün got 1 5th place vote. Jalen Johnson got 1 5th place vote. All a little crazy. I'm imagining those are homer votes.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, homer votes. But overall, the top 5 on here, I don't think is surprising. SGA, Jokic, Doncic, Cunningham, Brunson. That's
Yeah.
If you would have told me this at the beginning of the season, I'd say I'm very surprised. I would not expect Cade Cunningham on this list.
Mm-hmm.
But Shea, Jokic, and Doncic is like the consensus top 3. Doncic is at 432 total votes, and Cade's at 271. So it's like, do you think someone's gonna pass either any of those guys in the top 3, or is it those? Is it
I
between
think
those
top two's
three?
top two's a lock.
Top
3 to
two's locked,
5.
right?
Yeah, 3 to 5.
The only
No,
way
3 to 5
Luca
could
breaks into the
fluctuate.
top 2 is if the Lakers rattle off a win streak.
I don't think Luka's gonna break in the top 2 no matter what.
I honestly don't think that I honestly don't think that Shea loses the award this year.
No,
If
no.
if the OKC Thunder win 70 games, like they've lost 2 games now, so they're like 25-3 right now, I guess.
I don't think. First of all, I don't think the league's gonna give Jokic another trophy, another MVP. Better side trophy. He can win a chip. I don't think they're gonna give him another MVP.
They I think they could if the Thunder win less than 65 games, I think it can go to the Nuggets. But if the Thunder are winning 70 games, there's just no
This is the
chance.
second time a foreign player would win, or the third time a foreign player would win back to back, right? Or the second time? 'Cause
Back to back.
I think Joker did it.
Joker did a back to back. I don't know.
Or did Giannis do it? Did Giannis
Giannis
do
only
it?
has 1. I'll look that up for you right now.
That's right, because I think the following year it's Joker and him.
Yeah.
Well, I know there's a lot of hate behind a foreign player getting back to back MVPs.
Jokic got back to back. Giannis did get back to back. I'm sorry. Giannis got
Giannis did get
2019,
back to back. So
2020.
Giannis was the first foreign player to get back to back.
And then Jokic got 21-22. And then before that, Nash. Those are the only 3 ever to get back to back.
Oh, Nash did it. Damn, Nash did it too. Holy shit. Yeah.
Yeah. So SGA would be the next.
When does Joel
got it in 23. So the year between
Joker and Giannis?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
No, not between. Sorry, it was after all of them. Giannis got his 2, Jokic got his 2, and then Embiid got his 1. Okay. And then Jokic got 1 more. Jokic got the 24 one.
But there was a huge debate between the Joel and
that was a gross year where there was some racist things coming out where they were saying like they were trying to Perk I think was saying they only wanted to give it to Jokic because he's white.
Yeah, that's the thing I was referring to.
There were stupid things about like we can't let Jokic 3-peat because no one's 3-peated since Bird, and it's like I don't know. I'm not mad that Embiid won it, but those like a lot of the arguments were really stupid.
Yeah.
To say that he couldn't win it, but no, SGA would get it back to if he wins it this year, he'll be the first back to back since Jokic, and he probably will win it this year.
I'm not mad at SGA winning. I'm not an SGA hater. I don't like to see him play. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's not my type of basketball to watch. I am more of Anthony Edwards type of guy. If we're picking people who like to watch, I'm not a hater of SGA.
No, and again, like if they win, even if they get close to 70 games, I don't think there's any way you can't vote for him. If like right now, when you're looking at the Western Conference standings, the Thunder have 26 wins and the Nuggets have 21. If they can keep it very close, then it's a different conversation here. But yeah, it depends on that. I think it really depends on the win-loss record. I think if they're close enough, it'll go to Jokic.
Yeah.
But yeah, nothing too confusing there. Only other thing here, only 2 other things here on the topics that we're going to get to. There was a report that the league is trying to fix tanking again. We talked about this a little bit at pre-pod. Some of the proposed things, they want to limit pick protections to either top 4 or top 14 and higher, which would eliminate the like mid-lottery protections where people are like doing top 6, top 8 protections, and you're doing this wonky like we need to make sure we don't make the play-in game type tanking at the end of the season. I'm not necessarily against that. Like, I think the protections is getting a little too funky. And then this one I really am not a fan of. No longer allowing a team to draft in the top 4 2 years in a row. I think that's stupid. Yeah, I mean, like, if you're a really bad team...
You're just like, oh, shit, nah.
Like, and if you're, like, for instance, if you're the Cleveland Cavaliers and you get the first pick and it's Anthony Bennett, damn, now you can't get another first round. Now you can't get another top 4 pick.
Imagine sucking for 2 years and like, I can't get any better. Like I have no draft picks to send because you guys, just suck, brother.
Yeah, that's just it's not fair. I don't like
Spare,
that.
spare change, man. Please spare change. Like, I don't,
Yeah.
what do you want people? What do you want the teams to do? Like, they suck. They suck
Yeah.
because they suck.
It's like in 2024, the Hawks got the first pick in the draft and they got Zachary Reese. In 2025, Cooper Hawk is the first pick in the draft. And the Hawks were too good to be in that. But
Cooper Hawk,
like if
Cooper
the
Flag.
huh?
Cooper Hawk or Cooper Flag?
Oh, I'm sorry, Cooper Flag.
I
Cooper
was like,
Hawk.
who is Cooper? Who is this Cooper Hawk? Do you speak of?
Cooper Hawk. Yeah. But if the Hawks were bad again, why wouldn't they be eligible to get a pick? Like Zachary Reese. Like not all first round picks are created equal.
No, no.
No.
Some of them
There
suck.
there are good drafts, there are bad drafts. I think the league got
And, and you can completely miss and draft. Uh, they
um
they drafted Luca and they traded down to cop
to get Trey.
to get Trey.
Or like the Sacramento Kings who just straight up took Marvin Bagley over all of them. Yeah.
Yikes.
So the point being,
No, it was
they
wasn't it DeAndre? It was DeAndre Jordan.
Suns were DeAndre. Suns were the first pick
Yeah.
with DeAndre, and then it was Marvin Bagley.
Ooh,
Hawks traded down to the fifth pick, so the Mavs got the third
yikes.
pick and got Luca. Yeah, I don't know who went
Yeah.
fourth in that draft. That's the one I don't remember. But
Yikes.
regardless, yeah, it's I think the league went too far because of the whole Sixers process thing, and we talked about this before the pod, so we did our homework a little bit, but they tanked super hard to get Embiid, right? But then Embiid couldn't play basketball for 2 years. So safe to assume that when you get the first round pick and he's this generational prospect, but he's not able to play basketball, that you're still going to suck for a little while.
Yeah.
So I don't really blame them because then in the year after, they got who did they get in the 2015 draft?
Jaleel.
2015 was that Jahlil Okafor?
Yeah, it's Embiid, Jaleel,
Yeah. So
Ben,
Jahlil
Monta.
Okafor wasn't changing their timeline. And then they got Ben Simmons. And then Embiid also started playing basketball. And they started winning games. Who'd have thought? So I don't like that. I think if anything, and we talked about this too, and just to continue to hammer home the point, in 2016, 2017, when Ben Simmons was drafted, Embiid only played 31 games, but the Sixers jumped to 28 wins from 10. 28 wins is bad, but it's at least like you're respectable. You're trying to
Right.
win basketball games. Finally, in 2017, Embiid plays 63 games and they win 52 games. So it's, 52 wins once he actually starts playing basketball. That's what
Mm.
happens. I think they've gone too far to prevent tanking and just let the bad teams get the top four picks, man.
Yeah.
It's getting ridiculous already. The
Also,
Spurs,
I'm with the sentiment. Worst team, best pick. Sorry.
it's like at least the four worst teams should be somewhere in the top four. And
Yeah.
that's it. That's it. No one else.
The
Because
Mavs getting the first pick was
and so when we're looking
brother.
at this, and we talked about this pre-pod, but I want to get it on here for the record. So when you're thinking like, oh, but teams are then going to just really, really fight to be one of the worst four teams. Not really, because
Not really, because
you have to be really bad.
yeah, the thing is, it's not a thing like I just completely forgot to play basketball. It's like no, like that's I don't know if they're the worst team or not. Utah sucks because they have bad players.
Yeah, like so last year,
Compare them to a not as sucky team. Give me another team. Give me a
the
team right now that's not.
Spurs who got the second
Yeah,
pick last year.
like it's just no. That team sucks because they suck from top to bottom.
They suck.
They're just not good. They could be two good players, but overall, top to bottom, they suck. You can't be an average team like, oh, let's go tank. No, you're an average team because your players are just, they're decent.
And
They're,
some of the
they're not
tanking
gonna forget to play basketball.
some of the tanking you are seeing now, I think, is because of the flattened odds. So you're seeing a team that's like, damn, if we win 40 games, we might make the playoffs. But if we win 35, we
Yeah.
can miss the playoffs, and then we have like a 5% chance at a good pick.
Mm-hmm.
And that's stupid because, again, so last year, the four worst teams in the NBA, the Jazz won 17 games. They got the fifth pick in the draft. The Pelicans won 21 games. They also were out of the top four. In the Eastern Conference, the Wizards won 18 games and the Hornets won 19 games. None of those teams got a top five pick.
That's ridiculous.
It's crazy to me. And the Spurs, who won 34 games, that's 17 more games than the Jazz, got the second pick in the draft, when
One of
they
the
already have Wembanyama
yeah,
on their team.
one of the better players in the NBA at the moment.
And the Mavericks, who won 39 games,
Who had
who were
a top 2 player in the league, had a top 25 generational talents in Kyrie, whatever you want to enter for
yeah, they
him
traded Luca
here.
for AD. Regardless of our feelings about the trade, they still had AD and Kyrie on the same
Yeah,
team, almost made the playoffs, and they won 39 games. They got the first pick. So they win 22 more games than the Jazz, and they get Cooper Flag.
that's ridiculous.
The Jazz should have got a Cooper Flag. Or the Wizards, who won 18 games. It's a little silly. And these teams, like, at the end of the day, an NBA team doesn't want to be bad. They
No.
want to be good so they can sell tickets. So they
If you're
can,
bad, that just f's up your whole entire, economy.
yeah, you want to sell tickets to games. You want to get more national televised games, which you only get if you have an exciting young team or a good team. You want to make it to the playoffs because you sell more tickets when you get to the playoffs because you have more home games. All of these things, the financial benefits are to be good. The
Yeah.
reason teams choose to be bad is because they already are bad. Like,
Yeah.
it's, yeah. So I think they're like, the solution is just let the bad teams get the good picks, man. If if the
Agree.
Jazz had Cooper Flag right now, I guarantee you they would not be outright tanking. They
Mhm.
wouldn't be making the playoffs,
No, obviously it wouldn't be a first seed, but
but
wouldn't be as bad.
they would be out of the bottom four. They wouldn't be a bottom four team anymore.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's my thought. I just stop. You're trying to fix a solution you don't need to fix. Teams don't want
Yeah.
to be bad. Let the bad teams get picks. No one is going to be racing to only win 17 games year after year after year. Fan bases will riot.
Hmm.
It's man, just stupid. And then last topic here. This is just a story that's been coming out that I think is worth mentioning, especially as we're heading into the peak of trade season, or getting into it soon. The Cleveland Cavaliers owner, Dan Gilbert, is apparently pretty pissed off about what's going on with their team because they're a second apron team. He's paying a lot of money into the luxury tax, and they've been kind of stinky. And if the past is any indicator of the future, when Dan Gilbert gets involved, the things start to get shaken up.
Hmm.
So we might see some trades with Evan Mobley, Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, Jared Allen. This was a team that last year won 64 games and only
Yeah.
had 18 losses.
Hmm.
This is a team right now that only has 16 wins and 14 losses.
Hey, let me get some
Donovan.
of that. Hey, let me get some of that, boy. Hey, I like
Hey,
your shoes. Take them off, boy.
if we already got one D Mitch, but I'll take a second D Mitch.
I'll take Darius. I like Darius Garden too.
I like
The big guys, I don't really care about them.
I'm
I mean,
okay.
I like Evan, but Allen
It's,
and yeah, I don't really care about them too much. But
hey, you guys want to give us back Max Drews? I'll take a lightly used Max Drews too, just lightly. Just
nah, no, I don't know about that. I don't know about all that, Chief.
well, look, I trade
Yeah,
you. I trade you a Jovic for Max Drews. We just get him back.
yeah. I mean,
I'll trade you Simone for Max Drews.
yeah,
Just get
yeah.
him.
Now we're talking.
Let me just have him back.
Hey, I like those shoes, boy. Let me get them.
I do think though, because of the apron, it's a little hard for them to make trades. But
Yeah.
if they start making some moves, that shakes up the whole trade economy. Because regardless of us wanting Evan Mobley or not, if they put him on the market, people are going to want Evan Mobley.
Hmm.
If they put even Jared Allen on the market, there's going to be some people who want him. All of
Hmm.
those players, Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell. This is a team that is playing worse than the sum of their parts right
Yeah.
now. So,
Especially we
uh,
saw him play really good last year, and I think the year before that as well.
yeah, it's just really confusing that they're playing as bad as they have been. I mean, I had them as my favorites to win the East, like going into the season. I thought
Hmm.
there was no way they wouldn't, even with the Garlandish injury. Like, well, okay, well they have Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, Jared
Right.
Allen. They're gonna just keep cooking. But yeah, I don't know. I just
I don't know about you, bro, but I want
even though it would be,
Garland.
you know what that just came to my mind as I look at this though, what would be my worst nightmare, and I don't know if this is possible. This is just off the dome. If somehow the Magic got Donovan Mitchell, if there's some world in which the Magic find a way to get Donovan Mitchell, and then now he's playing for Orlando,
I think a lot of their players are on some like rookie contracts, right?
that's the thing. It's hard for Orlando too because their contracts are funny. They don't really have picks because they traded a bunch for Desmond Bain, so I don't think that
Oh,
would
that's
happen.
right. 5 for
Yeah.
Desmond.
So I don't think they could do it,
You.
but that would hurt me. I don't want that to happen.
No, I mean, I don't want to prolong the pod too much. If Mitchell were to move, that's their best piece, right? I think, yeah, we could agree on that.
Mm. Yeah, I know. I think it has to be. I was gonna
Uh,
say like maybe Mobley because he's younger, like
yeah,
has some people
no,
see
but I
more
think,
upside, but
yeah,
Mitchell's I think gets the most value.
um, landing in,
I don't know where he goes to be honest.
I don't,
If they were to even trade him,
I don't
especially
know.
because he's the best player on the team, and he's on the beginning of a contract too, so he's kind of stuck. He has a player option in 2 years, but he's
Yeah,
signed for this year and next year, and then he has a player option, which he's not gonna turn down. It's a
I
$53
don't know.
million
I don't know
player
where
option.
he would go.
I don't know. But something to keep your eye on. There's a lot of stuff going on right now in the NBA. The Clippers might be making some trades. The Cavs might be making some trades. The Bucks might be making some trades. The Hawks maybe. Who knows? There's a lot of stuff. But Hansel Pupo today. Thank you for joining us today. I
Thank you.
appreciate
Thank
you
you for inviting me.
and wish you a feliz Navidad, a noche buena, and yeah, we'll see you soon.
All right, brother. Take it easy.